All right, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another update video. Yeah, so few things, right? As most of you, well, not all of you, but some of you know, I have talked about cutting back on the beer reviews. Mostly, beer's expensive in this province. And now that I'm at the point where all my credit cards are maxed, and I mean, that's all stemming from when we moved in February, right? We moved in February. We were expecting to continue to get paid from our job for X amount of weeks. That didn't happen. We were expecting over $30,000 in bonuses for our year prior work, which we were following all the rules to leave the company. That didn't happen. And then the job I had lined up was supposed to start in February. Didn't start until March, and like the middle of March. So I went an entire month with no income at all, while having to pay child support, while having to pay for the house, while having to pay for food and everything else. So that really fucked us up. Not something I want to admit to, but it really fucked us up. And then on top of that, there was repairs this house needed the second we got here. And we all thought it was within our budget because it was planned out. The whole thing was planned out. And then Murphy's Law happened. And so they had to go on a credit card. And then, every once in a while, your kid's birthday comes up or there's a movie out and they really want to go. And you can't have your kids have nothing because something fucked you up. So then you go out to the movies. Well, movies are expensive. You don't do it often. You do it maybe once a month, but it's still a big thing. Then you have to fly your kids to see you, because if you don't fly them here, your ex-wife isn't helping with the flights. She isn't even helping with the flights for her visit with her son. So, I mean, you figure flying all the kids here, flying them all back, flying Aiden there, flying Aiden back unaccompanied. Just a repair to the car because somebody vandalized the car. Replacing a window because Aiden broke it. But that one Aiden ended up paying for. He had to sell his video games. I'm like, no, you broke my fucking window. I ain't paying for the window. But like, just everything adds up and everything continues to stack until you feel lost. And because of that, I've realized that at least until I get the credit cards paid down to a reasonable amount, I really kind of have to give up a little bit on the beer reviews. Now, I have a lot of beer reviews on backlog, so I'm not really worried about content. There is things I want to bring into the channel. I want to continue bringing in more of the weight loss stuff. Maybe my workout regime. Maybe a time lapse of a hike or something. Like lots of things I'd love to do. Want to bring you guys with me on more of my exploring the province. I want to show you more of the things I've been doing around the house for repairs. All of this is not conducive to a cell phone. So I've been looking at getting a action cam, either a GoPro or an Osmo. And I know, well, it is a lot of money, but this is the stuff I really like doing. And I don't have the money right now because, like I said, my credit cards are maxed, but I figure in a few months I'll be able to buy a camera. And then I can start bringing you guys with me on those trips. I mean, I don't know if anyone's even going to give a shit, but it's something for me to do to feel better about myself. I mean, again, I don't hang out with anybody in this province. I don't talk to anybody in this province. I go to work, I come home. I go to work, I come home. So this here is my outlet. So as much as I don't have the money to buy the camera helps me stay sane. So I'm going to have to find a way to get said camera. I don't know if anyone will be interested in any of the things that I want to show with that. But that's what I'm looking for. I'm going to get a camera, maybe an extra battery, a tripod, and like a helmet or backpack clip. And then for the most part, I have everything covered. And if down the road I want to start doing brewery videos or anything again, I can look at microphones. There's so much stuff I can look at with it. So it's one of those things that makes me very excited to think about the prospects that could happen. Again, going to take me a few months, but hopefully people are interested in that. I have had a few people, one of them being my buddy from the Maritimes, and that were like, we've donated to the channel. Maybe we'll stop donating and we'll start sending out beer packages. Well, hey, if that's what you want to do, that'll keep the channel going even more, and it lets me see things that I wouldn't normally just see here, so the channel doesn't become only Saskatchewan stuff. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I will never buy another beer to review or anything like that. It's just instead of having like 30 beers on backlog to review, I might have 2 or 3. Right, I might go to the store every once in a while with a $10 bill and buy 2 beers, and those will be my reviews. Because again, I really have always loved the beer review. I've always loved the camaraderie that can come from it. I've always loved just doing it. It's been something that I've liked doing. I've always liked trying new things. And yeah, so I don't want it to stop, but it's going to have to evolve. I'm in my 40s now. I'm 42. For some point coming up, I have to make an appointment for a blood test. And when I do that, I have to go cold turkey off of beer for a while. I fucked up on a blood test. We had a new doctor and we were doing all of our physicals and everything. And she sent us in for our blood tests. And the night, my blood test wasn't on the same day as Alicia's. And I'm an idiot, man. I don't pay attention to dates or anything. And it was a night that we did a Beer Dweebs with, I think it was the night that Paul came on. It was either the night Paul came on or it was the night that it was like me, Guy, and Vincent. And I had like 10 to 12 beers that night. And then my wife woke me up early the next morning and she's like, "You ready for your blood test?" I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" She's like, "Today's your blood test day." I'm like, "Motherfucker, do you know how much I drank last night?" We went in to get the results and my doctor's like, she's asking me about drinking and all that, and I tell her, anywhere from nothing to 5 beers a day. A lot of times I'll go and only have 5 beers in a week. Sometimes I'll have 20 beers in a week. It depends. She goes, "What about hard liquor?" I go, "I haven't touched hard liquor in several years." It was like a decade, and then it was several years. Because I slipped and tried it again and was like, "Oh shit, I should never get to," because I started getting the really dark thoughts and everything again. And I'm like, okay, and I couldn't stop. With beer, I can stop. With alcohol, once it touches my lips, with hard liquor, once it touches my lips, I cannot stop. So it told me, yeah, it's time to say goodbye to hard liquor forever. I should never try this again. I gave it another shot. It still fucked with me. So no more. So I've done that. It's gone. And she's like, "That's great. Well, one of your liver enzymes is high." Now, it's supposed to be between 30 and 40. My enzyme was at 53. She says the danger zone is about 70. So I'm not at the danger zone, but it's elevated, and she just wants to be proactive and find out if it is the drinking. And then if it's the drinking, she can be like, you shouldn't drink as much and shit like that. Or we need to watch this and do a blood test every year to make sure that you haven't done too much damage to your liver. I'm like, okay, but I have to stop drinking for a full month. So once I'm a little lower on beers to review, I'm going to do my cold turkey and go from there. Hopefully it isn't anything else, because that's what the test is for, right? It's to see if it is the alcohol or if there is an underlying issue that we have to deal with. Hoping it's just the drinking. And if after 30 some years of drinking, because in all honesty, I started drinking when I was in single digits for different reasons. Now, I didn't start drinking hard until I hit 18. And if we're just looking at from 18 on, it's been 24 years of hard drinking. If 24 years of hard drinking has only made myself slightly elevated, I'm really excited. Got to look on the bright side of things, right? Got to get my weight back in shape. And again, we're doing our walks and everything else. We're trying to cut out a lot of the fatty foods. We're trying to eat healthier. Sometimes it's harder because, we both work weird shifts and we have to feed the kids and everything. So sometimes it's, let's have hot dogs or something like that. But yeah, so the way the channel looks like it's going to go is hopefully with some viewer help and with my own stuff, we can keep the reviews going. But also I'm hoping that I can get this camera and I can start bringing you guys on other adventures and see how that goes. It might make me lose a lot of viewers. It might make me gain some more. I don't know. But it is what it is, right? Again, I don't have friends in this province. I go home, I go to work, I come home. I go to work, I come home. I had friends in the Niagara region. And I think the reason that it bothers me so much is because it's been already over 6 years of isolation of just the family unit. Because when you're in the Arctic, yeah, there's a lot of nice people that will be very nice to you and everything else, but you're an outsider. You're not welcome in a lot of things. So you become very alone very fast, and I was very alone for a very long time. And though I am introverted, which is weird to people because they're like, you talk so much, and I can talk because there's nobody in front of me. It's just me talking to a camera. But I'm an extroverted introvert. I do need outside stimulation. And I think after those 6 years, I've gone a little stir crazy. It's the reason why I always harass Brian. I'm like, why aren't you on the chat, man? Come on, come on, come on. I haven't seen him in so long. I love the guy. He's a great guy. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Would you be interested in any of the things that we're looking at doing? That type of stuff. And yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.